Shiva and Alicia here in Davie, and we want to find out a little bit about them, what they do, and their work as animal lovers.
So my name is Shiva Gangaram.
And my name is Alicia Gangaram.
And we are the leaders of the Gangaram family drama group. We are basically a young and dynamic group of individuals who share the same passion for performing arts, and we try to use theatre as a medium to change lives for the better.
Okay, so that's great. As young people, we always like to see them uplifting and bringing things to the forefront. We are the art group, Animals and Respect Collaboration, and we do a lot of work with the animals for rescues to bring about knowledge. And at this time of the year, our main focus is on fireworks, how it affects our pets. And today we can see the pets of the Gangaram family. So what brought you all to adopting parrots?
Well, firstly, this is Kane and this is Ganesh. We have Kane for 15 years now and Ganesh is about 9 months. So we just love like animals in general. So we decided to adopt them.
Okay. So how do parrots enhance your life?
Especially when they're talking, it just makes you feel happy and, to have someone to talk to.
It basically brings about a sense of company,
Right.
so that you wouldn't feel lonely at any point in time.
So it brings you a lot of love and affection.
Yes.
And so all of our animals actually bring us to that point,
Yeah.
right? So when it's the time of year for celebrations and everybody is in a hype and you have all of the fireworks happening, how does it affect your animal?
Well, they usually get scared and like sometimes they don't even eat. We have a puppy. He is just so scared of animals. He's like kennel. He just try to put up there and sleep because how high I know their ears are very sensitive. So
So animals are very sensitive to noise.
So they get very scared. Some of our neighbors, their animals like get away and we have to go get them back and all of that. Sometimes we see a few cats, how scared they are, they get bounced and they end up dying in the middle of the road. And
This is a very busy area, so in the middle of all the action, they tend to run away from home and get bounced and killed.
What are the other animals in your community? Since that you live in Davie, out of Davie, in England, and especially a very residential area, could you tell us some of your experience? Your neighborhood, how animals are traumatized?
Well, this village has a lot of animals, different types, a wide variety of animals, from birds to cats to dogs. And as I said just now, during that after fireworks, they tend to get very scared that they run out of their houses and get bounced in the road because it's a very busy area. So that's the first thing that happens to them. As soon as they leave their house, they get bounced in the road.
So you have roadkill in the environmental society. So from your experience after Diwali night, when New Year's Eve, after New Year's Eve, which is New Year's Day, we have about 5 to 7 animals probably which will have got bounced in this area. And then you would have neighbors also spreading information, awareness about the animals which are also traumatized. Could you explain any measures taken, especially for the parrots?
usually we keep them like in an enclosed room so we less like traumatized and we won't hear like we had noises and stuff. Well, trying to pet them so that they wouldn't feel like
Gives them a sort of comfort, so that they won't be that scared.
So that's one of the major things. While everybody or while certain people they're bursting their fireworks and they're having an enjoyable time, us as animal owners and pet lovers, we have to spend our celebrations in a completely different way because we have to tend to our animals. Because if we don't, they are traumatized, they are in pain, So we are asking people to enjoy themselves, yes, but think about others, think about the animals, think about how they feel, and think about how pet owners have to spend their holidays and their celebrations because of what you do. So this year we are really trying to promote silent fireworks and other forms of enjoyment and celebration. So what is your opinion on trying something else in celebration?
Well, I think if they so insist on celebrating it with fireworks, they should outfit ones that don't have that much of an effect to noise.
Yeah.
And the simple ones that will, bring about so much danger to animals and lives. And all the rest of us can try to do is just spread awareness. That's the most we can do.
Our approach is important, a diplomatic approach, in terms of speaking to children, especially teenagers. For example, the summary act, 60 feet from the actual middle of the room, and if 60 feet displacement of the fireworks, then that is considered to be illegal under the summary act. And then also to purchase fireworks, the organization needs to apply to the commissioner of police, and then to receive a permit for an IC, right? So then there's a problem. Now people are being sensitized or informed, either people know the law and they don't actually practice the law, is not enforced. What interaction that you will have with the children, especially I think that the children, the teenagers?
Well, some of our neighbors, like little children, very harmless, so they would like see an animal, especially a puppy, and then they will scratch the firewood, like the firecracker, and they would pelt it by the puppy. And that's like,
Well, so maybe it's just that they don't understand what they don't know better, and that's the reason why we're trying to promote awareness.
Yeah, because they think it's fun.
They think it's fun. They think it's fun.
It's
But
the animals that end up in problems.
yeah.
So you said that you also rescued some animals, because we have a cat here
Yeah.
that was rescued. So that young people especially are involved in the education program and trying to, as a dancer, a performer, an artist, to get young people to inspire them. So I think we should continue to do this. Do you have any ideas, especially for the firecracker, people would enjoy displacing fireworks?
They could place fireworks, but again, like not the ones that make loud
The
noises.
silent ones.
Or they could like do it in a.
And if they have pets or the neighbor have pets, try to stay far away from fireworks because, animals' lives should be taken into consideration just as human lives.
It will be a major discomfort for a lot of people. But we can't only say that that's how it is in the urban areas, because even in the rural areas, when it is you do displace the fireworks, it affects all the animals. It affects the birds, all the wildlife.
So I think people are quite being sensitized on people are actually listening to the message. It's slow, but yes, it's progress in the right direction.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a long time, but again, we have to continue to work. So Shiva and Alicia, it's a pleasure for you all to be here today and at your residence to conduct this little interview for awareness, the endangerment of animals and the effects of fireworks. So, Gangaram, could you just hear your parato?
Yeah, this is Cain and this is Ganesh.
Okay, so all the best for New Year.
Thank you for this good deed.
Yes, thank you.
So today we are here with a very special guest, Pandit Rajendra from the ARC organization. And today he is here to talk to you all about his organization.
Good day Shiva, good day Alicia, and good day to Trinidad and Tobago. The Animals Respect Collaboration, that's the meaning for ARC. We also carry the name Animals Respect and Care. We started in 2015 as a non-profit group, and the purpose of this group was to get people to become more care conscious, to be more sensitized. We had a program that was one of the first animal welfare program in 2015, which was actually our first major project that we have. We also interact with the other organizations to create awareness by social media. There's a page, a Facebook page that's running that would educate people, for example, on proper health, the diets, the medication that should be used on different animals, mainly domestic animals like dogs and cats, squirrels, but also to the exotic pets. So we share a lot of information, and the purpose of the group is to get people to become sensitized and to inspire people to become animal care conscious.
So how does the group help with like animals and the endangerment of animals with fireworks?
Right. So the effect of fireworks, animals become traumatized and scared. Dogs could actually hear up to four times louder than we can. Right. So we have where roadkill in the endangerment society, you have cats which become traumatized, you have animals which you spoke about have a psychological effect, so sometimes 4 to 5 days, even afterwards about a week, and then it's going to be difficult for the animal owners to take care of these pets. So here now we are advising to solutions to help decrease sea level, because we can't stop people from dispersing fireworks. We have NGOs that are actually trying to ban fireworks, but we agree that it's going to be very difficult. So we actually understand the issues. So we try to reach out to people now to be diplomatic with a soft tone voice and offer humble suggestions and guidelines, so that this method, this message of fireworks endangerment can be enlightened and touch the hearts of all throughout Trinidad and Tobago. If not all, definitely we will start to touch the hearts of many, and little by little eventually we get there. So animals become traumatized, so we are explaining, for example, dogs. Animal owners, you can speak to your neighbors. For example, you know that you're going to disperse the fireworks around 10 to 12 or after 12, then there should be a collaboration in the neighborhood, where at the time frame of when and where the fireworks is going to be dispersed. We are suggesting to use the less noisier fireworks, so people especially who like to use fireworks and have fun, more silent ones. And we can also look at laser shows. Right, these are some of the suggestions. We have light shows, laser shows, where you can actually see beautiful lights. Yes, and pet owners. So the people who would actually disperse the fireworks, we also have guidelines. So merriment and enjoyment is very important, because 2020 was a challenging year. Right, so we have also advice. We have guidelines. For example, don't disperse the fireworks near your home, near the building area, have water prepared, and children should also be taught, and parents need to follow the regulations. So we are humbly asking and suggestion for all to follow the regulations. With regards to the pet owners, we also embarked on the program of education, which falls under animal welfare, because companionship is where you spend the time with your pet. You can't expect the night of New Year's Eve to go and play with the dog and you never actually even walk the dog properly, and that's going to be a problem. So the day before, 2 days before New Year's Eve night, you have to pet the dog, you have to walk it, you have to play music, and perhaps little songs, so that you will get now accustomed to hearing these songs. It will be as loud as fireworks. So you have to prepare your dog. Look for an area that is inside. Make sure that your yard, your premises is barred and secure, and that's even better. You can prepare an area inside of your home, have also so you can play music, and pet the dog, companionship, share, bond, feed them, which is very important. A lot of people, you don't feed your dogs properly, and then when they become scared, eventually they are hungry, right? So if you would feed the animal, right, harmless, so that they will tend to be inside. Because if you don't feed your dog, and your dog is accustomed going by the neighbor's home, right, to get out to food at the side, what's going to happen? So ensure that you feed the dog before. Leech with the contact information to contact the organizations, to contact neighbors can also contact you, and your dog can be retrieved. Your pet, especially two cats, become scared. Parrots can even hear 5 times louder than we can. The cages, this cage is pretty good. So ensure that the area that the animal has enough room to move around, right? And the chain, the leash size shouldn't be too long, neither too short. And spend time with them. That is companionship, is very important. We would also consider too, our group is looking at the COVID-19 cases. Because people, not only humans, we become traumatized. Just imagine that you have people who suffer from heart problems, you have mental challenges, you have autism, and then you have the elderly, right? And they will hear these long songs, and if the dogs especially too, we hear the songs 4 times louder than you can, then we need to think about that. If you would hear that song 4 times louder than that actual file, then that's problem. You become scared, fearful. We spoke about the psychological effect as well too. So endangerment in society, disturbance of the peace, because we have people in the hospitals who are actually fighting for their lives, and people with respiratory problems, and you're going to hear those loud songs. It's going to be very difficult for them to enjoy We're not even speaking about enjoying themselves. Actually, it's about survival and to be comfortable, in other words. So we are also advising you, if you decide to even burst the fireworks, burst rather than bursting 10 and 20 and 30 is also cost effective for you. Burst about 2 or 3 and just share that little form of merriment and enjoy yourself and have a good New Year's Eve and a happy New Year. So thank you.
Thank you all for watching.